All right, hey, what's up, everyone? Here we are. Now, the typical way that I play this hole almost every time is I'll play my tee. With a tailwind, I do like to go 3-wood. So you'll see what I do for this hole. I almost go over to this island every time. There's essentially no real exception to that. Now, I might just hit a slight draw here. Now, the only reason I'm going 3-wood here, I would typically have to go driver. The thing I don't like about driver is the fact that you do have to play with some caution. You have to land towards the front of the fairway. When I get a tailwind like this, I should be in the clear. I just need to make sure that I execute the shot. Now, one of the things you can see with my alignment, I can't really play the wind here, so we're going to have to play just a gentle draw. Just the kind of, and really I'm just doing enough to just kind of counteract the wind. Not even counteract the wind. Like, I don't even want that much. So you can see how I just want the slightest of slight and then kind of pull up towards maybe like the right edge of the G. And the 3-wood should carry because of the tailwind. Now, typically you might not be able to go 3-wood and you might just want to go driver with no tee. However, with the tailwind, it's a little bit tougher to pull off, and this is a very easy, straightforward shot with a 3-wood, so I like to be safe rather than sorry. But you'll see what this does is it gives me a straight look at the pin every time, which is what I typically like to do here. Now, one of the things, I don't know if I can, I can't reset on the hole, so one of the things that I need to do is I need to use the left of my G. And I'm thinking somewhere along the lines of here, you can see it's going to have just a touch of right break. So I do want to just kind of just start it to the left of the hole just a bit. I'm thinking somewhere around here. It looks like 170 is the hole. Probably 165 is at most where I want to land this. Now, one of the things I can do with the grabber should go through the rough, which is, it's kind of like a physics mistake about this game. But until they patch it, I'm going to take advantage of this kind of defect in the game. What this means is, well, one of two things. If I'm going to do this, I can't hit the fringe. I need to make sure it hits the rough. But if I hit the rough, it should still scoot forward, which is kind of like an anomaly. But what I would have to do alternatively is I'd have to go down to a sniper and try to land right on the front edge of the green, which means that I'd have to play the percentage, or vice versa. One of the other things that I'll always be able to do is I can do a no spin ball and land on the rough intentionally. But I need to land it somewhere around 258 probably to get about the right amount of stop. And with it being so close, with 258 being that close to the water, I don't want to hit that shot. So that's why I'm kind of just opting for the rough hop grabber where it's going to just scoot forward a little bit. Now, typically what I'll see with a tailwind here, this driver, I'm thinking maybe 275, 276 would be my guess. So I need to come off this, 3% to be on the safe. I might go as much as 4% just to make sure. But what this is going to do is it'll give me a good look here. And with the grabber, as I mentioned, I don't expect, anytime I pull a grabber, especially with a driver, I don't expect to make it, unfortunately. But this is a really tough pin. Usually when it has a little bit more into the green, like let's say it was into the back of the green, I just do the no spin shot and let the ball naturally scoot off the rough. But I can't do that here. I need to get a little bit more of a checkup, or else I'm going to be putting from the back fringe, which I don't want to do. Because what if I go into the back rough, trying to get a little too cute here? So as I mentioned, I am trying to just get one more tick mark above this. There it is right there. So, aside from this, we're essentially going to let this fly, pull up as straight as possible. And it looks, so it was still too far. So my distance was a little bit off, or the tailwind. I needed 1 less percent, or maybe even 1.5% there. I landed almost pin high. But you can see even landing pin high, I'm still within 10 yards of the hole. So no harm typically done. But I also landed to the right of the hole, so even landing to the right of the hole, it was never going to go in. It needed to land to the left, so I didn't quite play enough wind anyway. So no real harm done. And here we're just going to slide this up into the hole, and we're going to scoot on to the next one.